After a couple underrated, under-the-radar seasons, Darius Garland is breaking out offensively and looking like a potential All-Star candidate and one of the leaders of one of the surprising teams of the season without Collin Sexton due to an unfortunate meniscus injury. But Garland's success looks like it could stay or even get better throughout the rest of the season. Please subscribe and like the video to help the channel, and make sure you watch till the end of this video. Darius Garland was drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers at the number 5 spot in a draft that starred Zion Williamson and Ja Morant. But unlike Garland, only played 5 games in college because of an early season meniscus tear, but in those games he impressed. Garland was drafted to start alongside Collin Sexton and to make the Cavaliers' future backcourt. Coming out of college, Garland was predicted to be a star three-point shooter as well as a good finisher, ball handler, and natural leader on the court. And the hope was that Sexton's grittiness on defense would help mask Garland's struggles. In Garland's rookie season, he took a backseat to Sexton as he averaged 12 points and a surprising 4 assists, but on a very inefficient 40% field goal percentage, while Sexton averaged 20.8. Garland was not able to make any all-rookie teams and finished 13th in the voting. The Cavaliers finished 19-46 and fired their coach mid-season in a completely lost season. Cleveland would get the number 5 pick again, and they selected Isaac Okoro, who has so far not looked great, but like I talked about last video, you can always take a big step up with more opportunity. But the next year, Garland would take a big step up, averaging 17.4 while shooting over 45% from the field and almost 40% from 3. But the most surprising part of Garland's season was him leading the Cavaliers with 6.1 assists. He's not supposed to be this good of a passer coming into the league, but has almost become his specialty in his sophomore season, and we'll talk about that more later in this video. Garland's 17 points coming off amazing shooting was completely overlooked, and with Sexton, they were quietly one of the better guard duos in the association, and a hot stretch to start the season provided some hope for the future, despite being so bad that they were awarded with the 2nd overall pick, where Evan Mobley was selected. This was a big offseason for the Cavaliers, as they had traded for Lauri Markkanen and rookie Rubio, as well as extend newly acquired Jarrett Allen for 5 years and $100 million. Now, while the big men helped this team, Ricky Rubio as a player has helped Garland take another step, but I will talk more about that later. To start off the year, Garland put up 13 and 12. Then after not playing for 2 games, he failed to score double digits in his return. That would be the last time that happened, at least until the writing of the script. Over the next 7 games, Garland would average 16.7 and 7 on a staggering 51, 49, 85 shooting splits, while playing in the 3 big lineup of Markkanen, Mobley, and Allen. But in that last game, Sexton would tear his meniscus, ending the season. Well, people took this as that the Cavaliers would fall off after another hot start, and that this would now be Evan Mobley's team. Darius Garland saw an opportunity, and he seized it, as ever since that injury, he has not scored less than 16, while also scoring over 27 times, including a career-high 32 in a game where he went 11 for 17 from the field and 5 for 6 beyond the arc, as he led the Cavaliers to a dominating win over the Washington Wizards. Garland has averaged 21 and 7, and though the efficiency may not be as good as earlier in the season, Garland has had to take a bigger step up and roll than hoped, and that has forced him to take more uncomfortable shots. But that is because he's now that guy. If Cleveland needs a bucket, there's a good chance they're going to Garland. He has executed, making some big shots still as a very young player. But Garland has not gotten better just because of more opportunity. He has also partly gotten better due to the Ricky Rubio effect. Ricky Rubio has helped many young teammate guards before, and with him on the court, you have to be beware of his passing, but since his scoring has also gotten so much better, that adds even more of an effect. Garland is able to get easy buckets and open looks because Rubio is such an elite passer, and those Sexton injuries will hurt the Cavaliers. It may have been a blessing in disguise for Darius Garland's potential and role moving forward. Garland's defense has also quietly improved this season, and while he's not a good defender, being surrounded by 3 bigs and ones with specialties like Jarrett Allen's rim protection and Evan Mobley's insanely long wingspan, which is able to be scary anywhere in the half court, Garland has sometimes been able to mask up his defensive struggles. Now, I think Garland will be able to maintain this success and even get better as early as this season, because as he gets in these situations of having to have more of an offensive burden and being that guy to trust in the last moments, he will get even more comfortable with it and be able to progress. With Sexton not being a guarantee for the future, Darius Garland could be a potential All-Star as early as next season. And with the success that the Cavaliers are having right now, don't be surprised if that does happen.